baby, let's go.
Meow. Welcome to my 5-month late guide on how to do the Skorpienne raid. On the plus side, it's been out so long that you should have 751 power by now. From Bastion, you're gonna run this way to get to the Valley of the Undying King. But lag! How do I get to 751? Calm down, lag. First, let's check what power level are we. To do that, you need to click on your backpack and go to your equipped items, and it will show you what your power level is. I'm 762. And if you grind hard, one day you can be 2. But lag, that's not what I asked. I want to know how to get to 751. To get to 751, the easiest thing to do is infuse all of your gear to 750 and infuse your weapon to 751. I recommend getting the Croco Scare and the Zoom's Bow. Yeah, but lag, how many caps? Listen, this video is long already. I need to save content for future updates, okay? So we'll cover infusion in another video. Anyway, once you're in the Valley of the Undying King, you're going to run to Sect's Temple, and you are going to make sure you have all of the quests that you need. There's a quest to destroy 5 Onyx, there's a quest to destroy Hollow Champions. Don't focus too much on that. And there is a daily quest to do the raid. If you're also trying to get the Sun Fury site, don't forget to pick up those quests as well. Once you have your quests, you're going to go to the portal in the middle, and then you're going to teleport to the Great Pyramid. Once at the Great Pyramid, you're going to enter the Keeper of Death's chamber. And you're going to queue up, because now you're ready for the raid. Just kidding. Before we jump into it, I need to explain how these mechanics work. The first thing you need to know is that there will be 4 distinct phases, but there are some things that stay more or less the same throughout. And they're these 3 things. The first one is that she summons mobs. Be wary of them if they get out of control, but do not focus on them. The second thing is you want to pay attention to your map. She will teleport to one of these 3 areas, left, middle, or right, and she will summon destruction diamonds, which will destroy the platform if you don't kill them in time. Save your ultimates for this and pay attention to the map at all times. And third on the list is that she will use a skill called Diamond Shell, which will essentially make her immune to damage. The only way to counter this is if you use these red crystals to break her shell. This is where luring her comes in handy, so make sure to not blow up the crystals until she is in the red zone. Otherwise, you'll probably go insane. Now, the next thing you're going to want to look at is member composition. It matters. Most people run Pirate if they're new. I recommend that as your class of choice. For the cross skill, if you're not sure of when to taunt or provoke, I recommend running Rend for the armor breaks. If you've done the dungeon enough, you can run provoke. Make sure to announce in the general chat if you are using provoke to avoid any issues with anybody else that is using provoke as well, to avoid issues with counter provoking. For example, if you want to provoke it to this crystal and somebody else wants to provoke it to this crystal, and then you both provoke at the same time, she's going to be stuck in the middle, and it'll probably make you want to rip your hair out or rage quit the raid. As usual, run any stat increasing buffs that you might have, and bear in mind that a raid can take anywhere from 7 to 30 minutes depending on your team. That's why it's important to be team players. Now that you're ready, gear up and let's get into the fight. So the first phase I think is unnecessary but it's short enough to not matter. Kill her quickly, make sure to save your ultimate for when she teleports. For the first 3 stages, she will teleport and summon destruction diamonds when she's at 9% HP. I've never personally seen her diamond shell in the first phase, but I've heard people say that she can, but I have seen her diamond shell on the second. The second phase is just the first phase with a reskin. She can diamond shell here, and if you don't know what you're doing, it could spell disaster for the rest of the raid. But that's why you're here, watching this video. We're gonna make you into raiding pros. The third phase is the most... But lag! Why is the video so long? Well, lag, I understand where you're coming from because I have the attention span of a squirrel, but I have news for you. This raid is long, as are most of the Sandsea Dungeons. The third phase is the most difficult phase in my opinion, and can be the make or break phase of the raid for 2 reasons. 1, she diamond shells a lot more and has very annoying AoEs that can wipe your party. And the second reason is that, remember those quest objectives that I told you before and I told you not to focus on the hollowed? Right, quest objectives can make infighting very common and can cost you the raid. And I'm not sure when the meta is switched, but now some people want her to spawn 5 Onyx and spawn hollowed champions. Don't do that. It's much faster to get 2 perfect runs in a row than spend your time trying to coordinate with people in the middle of a boss fight. More on how you can lose a raid later. Her initial teleports on this phase seem to be time based instead of HP based until she hits like 9% HP, and then she will teleport to summon the destruction diamonds. Her earlier teleports will be to summon the Onyx. To grab the Onyx, just tag it, and by that I mean just hit it once, pew pew, and then go back to focusing on the big bad scorpion lady thing. Yeah. Do not, and I repeat, do not attempt to kill the Onyx. She will blow everything up when you defeat her at the end of the phase anyway, right? So once you've gotten at least 1 hit on the Onyx or the champions if she was alive for that long, you will get the kill at the end of the phase. Now, the hollow champions make everything a lot more difficult, so if you time it right, you can get her to spawn the hollow champions right before you kill her, so that somebody in your party is able to tag at least one of them and you will still get the kill. If you survived phase 3, congratulations. It doesn't get harder, but it certainly gets more annoying, but at least she looks cute again. Don't tell Ravina I said that. So at the very beginning of the phase, you're gonna see people shouting, "Familiar only," or "Fam first," and for good reason. It's not that they want you to be family first, but she spawns this thing called a familiar, which is basically a copy of her, and it smacks hard. And I mean hard. So it is important to not touch Skorpienne until you kill the familiar or someone triggers her early teleport. If you are running with an experienced party, somebody may provoke Skorpienne to drag her away from the familiar so that your AoEs don't hit her by accident. What do I mean by an early teleport? That's right, I'm not sure what the actual percent is, but if you so much as breathe in her direction and her HP goes down, she's going to teleport. Why is this bad? Because your party's attention will now be divided. Some will not notice the teleport and continue fighting the familiar, while you're desperately trying to destroy the destruction gems before she can blow up the platform and cost you the perfect run. So make sure to pay attention to the map at all times. Unlike the previous phases, she will teleport randomly and summon destruction diamonds throughout the rest of this fight, but if you made it this far, you now have all the skills that you need to defeat her here. Once you do, enjoy the sweet taste of victory as you smack the double chests that come with the perfect run. And don't forget to say GG. Now, if for some reason you didn't stop her from blowing up the platform, what would happen, might you be wondering? Well, you lose the chest that drops with the perfect run, which also has a chance to drop the shiny crystal pet thing that I don't use. I only care about my Moglin. Who's a good Moglin? Who's a good Moglin? Anyway, it doesn't matter when you lose a platform, she could be at 1% HP on phase 4, and if you lose a platform, it will cost you the perfect run. I really hope this is changed going forward. You really shouldn't be punished for going through an entire run and then being punished for messing up on the last second. Anyway, remember I said more on how you can lose the raid earlier? Right, so I also mentioned that you need to pay attention to the mobs. Take a look at what happens if you don't kill Skorpienne fast enough. You get overrun by mobs and yeeted out of the dungeon. You can also lose if she blows up most of the platforms, so try not to. If you like this video, remember to hit like and subscribe, leave a comment down below on what you thought of the video, let me know what you'd like to see in future videos, and definitely go follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/lagoflow. It should be on screen now. I stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and sometimes on Saturdays, usually around 8 PM EST. I'm trying really hard to make my streams work, so if you have any free time at all, it would mean a lot to me if you stop by during one of my streams just to say hi. Okay, before I end the video, I need to say thank you to all the people that helped me with this, and thank you very much to the Army of Lag for always supporting me and making these videos possible. Recording this was a lot of fun. I couldn't have done it without these amazing people that took more than 2 hours out of their day to help me get the footage that I needed. And I will say, no endgame player wants to lose a raid intentionally, but here's about 13 minutes of us just being bad at the game. I hope it brings you as much joy as it brought me.